Good morning from Freedom Prepper. It's October 28th, 2020. Here's what you need to know.
Over the target? Monday's Happy Little Freedom Prepper news video was banned by YouTube for some nebulous TOS violations. We think we understand where they are coming from. To that end, a quote from the original SJW, Joseph Stalin: "Ideas are far more powerful than guns. We don't let our people have guns. Why should we let them have ideas?" I think a second violation triggers a visit from the YTKGB, and a third means a trip to the Gulag. We'll start packing. Crackdowns and crackups. Here's forced non-busing. With nobody doing anything or moving around, the bus industry is in terrible shape. How about dropping for 250 scheduled trips down to just 8? This is what small businesses are going through, because of what the virus did. No need for buses in Spain, where the emergency is about to be extended until May of 2021. Executive order will likely become law. Will this go on forever? The FDA says that remdesivir is good to go against COVID. Yet, the World Health Organization says nay. Why can't these idiots get on the same page? In spite of a collapsed economy and a society bordering on disaster, Venezuela allegedly has what amounts to a cure for COVID. If so, I'm sure that Big Pharma won't mind if we import this to the US, right? They say a second wave is upon us, and that it may bring more shortages. Already, some foods are in short supply. Here's a list of 9 that you might want to stock up on now. Don't forget the toilet paper too. Exponential spread. The cases are coming in record numbers. Oddly, the death rate won't keep pace. Next year, when the CDC publishes the number of all deaths in the US for 2020, somebody is going to have some explaining to do. Or, some covering up. And don't forget the election. The state police and the military are for some reason preparing for trouble. Perhaps we should do the same.
Edge of a dark age. I've noticed for years now a trend with books. Bookstores, if you can find them, are really large coffee and toy stores with a few books strewn around. Libraries are still around, but they feature fewer and fewer books, even in nicer and larger buildings. Everything is being digitized. That's great, unless or until the power goes out or someone deletes or modifies the online works. I promote ebooks all the time. Don't necessarily trust the big tech dealers. Download your books and maybe, just maybe, print a copy out. Hold physical books as you do gold or silver. If this is the beginning of a dark age, then you need to run your own knowledge-rich monastery. Here's a decent video about the changes to our written words.
Globalist Agenda. Looking at the near future. Dr. Merkele wrote a long, winding post about the trends of this odd century. It's about what a prepper would expect, or fear. The good news is that, worldwide, people are becoming aware, and are getting angry. Let anger lead to action. The truth threatens them. If someone is afraid of the truth, then they are probably pushing something evil. Some of our alphabet agencies are going so far as to call the truth a threat to national security. They probably mean global elite security. Tyranny marches on. In America and Germany, the latter country in which there is a threatening trend back towards plain authoritarianism. What? Are they protecting us from freedom itself?
Stories worth talking about today starts with: the Biden files are slowly coming out. Hunter Biden, that is, with some rumors about Joe too. At some point, one has to ask whether any of this, even if it is very bad, will amount to anything. Again, the truth is a threat to some. And others, for whatever reason, don't seem to care. More to come. The S-400 of drone warfare. The Western media won't tell you, but there is a war going on in Armenia. There, Turkey has deployed a drone fleet in keeping with modern warfare tactics. Enter the Russians, with the Belladonna anti-drone system, which allegedly knocks them down like flies. Something to consider as America moves forward towards whatever is coming here. It's the debt, stupid. 99% of bankruptcies, which are soaring, are linked to bad bond debts. The courts provide a clearinghouse for shedding the worthless debts. At this point, We should consider a total reset of all manner of debt. It will happen eventually and it will lead to a better tomorrow. Certain people will disagree. Microsoft, which benefits under Trump, is backing Biden for president. And they're staying rather quiet in the wake of the scrutiny of all else big tech. They may have done the best job of evading detection. Will this continue? What's the end game? Take a walk at night. Here are some benefits to strolling around after dark. For one, it's exercise. And it keeps you in touch with nature, the world's and yours. Do be a little cautious if you're doing this in a large American city.
Lily begins the process of turning a Ford Transit van into a custom camper. This is part 1, and one you don't want to Mississippi. This idea is gaining momentum with campers, RVers, bug-out planners, and those who want to live on the road, not necessarily down by the river.
Thank you for watching this video. For more, visit freedomprepper.com.